YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. All right. We are live on YouTube. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to the show. Welcome one, welcome all. Oh, my ear is itching a little bit. Okay. There we go. Now it's all good in the hood. How are y'all doing today? Welcome to episode number 949 of Navigating the Modern World with Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition, live today from Red Morton Park, here in beautiful yet cold today, Redwood City, California, where I live. It is 51 degrees. That's what the outside temperature gauge read as I stepped out of my car. And today, you know, we're gonna be talking about the MAGA'S once again. And you know, will MAGA'S ever stop doing dumb things, or is that all they've got? One more time, the topic today is going to be, will MAGA'S, those are the Trump supporters. If you don't know what a MAGA is, it stands for Make America Great Again. That's Trump's false statement of his branding. Because if you have half a pea brain like most of these MAGAs don't have that support Trump, you're realizing that during the first month and a half or so of Trump's second term in office, he's destroying our country. And give me a second, I'm passing by some people here. Just a second. If you haven't realized it, he's destroying our country. Yet some people are so brainwashed and have had so much of the Kool-Aid to drink that even when they know many of the things Trump has said and done are clearly and blatantly wrong, they stand by their man, right? Stand by your man, right? Yeah, Raleigh's back to botting again. You're a POS, Raleigh. You're a POS. You're a miserable, fake, phony human being. Right? You wish you could be me, huh, Raleigh? You're jealous, huh, Raleigh? See, I'm just going to keep calling these MAGAs out because these MAGAs have done the dumbest shit on the internet for the last 10 years. And that's why I clearly can understand what Trump and Vance and the whole current administration is doing, because I've been dealing with these stupid idiot morons on YouTube for the last 7 years. But before that, I was already seeing this happen on the internet. Before I started to do the YouTube thing pretty much full-time, semi-full-time, full-time, however you want to say it. Right? These MAGAs are absolutely the worst of the worst that we've ever seen in history. They're miserable people. A lot of them are mentally ill. A lot of them are uneducated. A lot of them are illiterate. Right? A lot of them lack emotional self-control. A lot of them lack emotional awareness. A lot of them lack a lot. Right? And it's not that I'm trying to be mean or attack these people or anything. It's just gotten to the point of where someone needs to shut these fucking people up. That's strong words? Well, it's the truth. You're back again. So obviously you're somebody that's you know, I think you said you're from Ireland, right? You're here every time I do a show, so it's obvious to me that I've banned you on a different account. And you're here on another account. And I think I know who you are. It's just, when I go live sporadically and then you're here every time, that speaks mountains to me because nobody can make every single live no matter when I go live. It's all good. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just a very, very uh, observant person, and I'm very intuitive, right? So we're going to talk about, if these MAGAs will ever stop doing dumb things. And the simple, straightforward answer, and I'm backing this with 7 years of experience of dealing with these stupid mofos on YouTube, is no. The clear answer is no. These people are spineless. It is 2:15 a.m. here. I work nights in the taxi office. It's quiet at 7. Okay, if that's cool. If that's who you say you are, I think you're somebody else. But it's okay. Not a big deal. No worries. It's all good. Listen, forgive me if I'm thinking wrong. But listen. It is what it is. Not a big deal. It's cool. Man, it feels real cold. It's going to be sliding below 50 before I'm done. I'm triple layered up. I've got my gloves on. Typically, when it's this cold or a little colder, it takes me about a lap to fully just warm up. It'll be all good. But anyway, so yeah, I've been dealing with these types, these Donald Trump types, right? Because that's exactly how these people behave, like Donald Trump. Like attracts like. I've been posting a lot on my Facebook to my friends only. I haven't opened it up to the public yet. I may open things up publicly at some point soon again on Facebook. We'll see how it goes. But, I've still got about 3,700 plus friends on Facebook. And the conversation has been interesting, to say the least. Okay? And, I've had, some people come at me, like this one guy. I can't remember what his name is. And he was he was just questioning something about backing Trump or something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but what I told him is, I said, look, like attracts like, right? Like attracts like. You're behaving just like Trump. You support Trump because you're like him. I can clearly see that behavior. Wow. It's all right. Got to keep him on a leash. It's all good. That guy's dog ran up on me. Like this is the kind of stuff that when you're at a park, you got to keep your dog on a leash. Anyway, shit happens. It is what it is. But, so I said like attracts like, right? You're just like Trump. You behave like Trump. You support him because you're like him, right? That's all it boils down to. I said it's clearly, this is exactly what personal development is all about. I was telling this person that, I teach personal development. I help people with their personal development. Part of personal development is identifying patterns and comparing those patterns, from one person to other people they associate with, right? I've always said you are who you associate with. It's true. right? You are who you associate with. People that support Trump are just like him. Okay? That's just common sense. Any way you look at it, right? Any way you look at it. Right? And listen, who am I to tell you who you can and can't support? You can support whoever you want. But if I feel there's a group of people that are flooding the internet and hurting myself along with other Americans and other people across the globe, spreading bullshit propaganda, bullshit right-wing propaganda, I'm going to call it out. And, I can try to be the nice person I am, but that doesn't work. I've tried being the nice person. And you want to know what these MAGAs do? They say, fuck you, Eli. And we'll get more into that because I found out some things through a few friends of mine regarding trolls and haters of mine and other very weird MAGA content creators out here that have been rebroadcasting my live streams as they happen live every day. They're back to doing that. We'll get to that in a few. We're just going to use it for a comparison, right? Doesn't bother us. We've moved on. See, these people are triggered. They're all MAGAs. The guy that right now shows I have 150 people here because this guy, Raleigh, who's a pathetic, miserable, unhappily married man, bored, lonely, and miserable, and he's got a few screws loose, has nothing better to do on a Sunday night. Remember, and he's 3 hours ahead. He's in Louisiana, which I think is 2 or 3 hours ahead, right? Maybe it's 2 hours ahead. Regardless, he's 2 to 3 hours ahead, right? Which means it's 8 or 9 o'clock his time. Time he should be spending with his wife, his kids, his family. But no, he's out here on YouTube trolling me as a grown-ass man. How many liberals do you see doing that? Now, I'm not trying to say liberals are any better, but the bottom line is, how many liberals do you see in their mid-40s on a Sunday night taking time away from their family, trolling someone on YouTube and then getting this program to bot them with fake views because I don't like Eli. I don't like Eli, so I'm going to go run my program and bot him so he can't see his actual numbers. And then he's going to talk about me. And every day that I do it, he'll talk about me when he should shut his mouth and not pay me attention. Dude, I've not paid attention to you and you keep doing it. You're a pathetic piece of shit is what you are. You are. You're a miserable, pathetic human being, piece of shit. You are. Right? And there's no reasoning with people like this. There's no reason to be nice to these people because they can't comprehend what the definition of being nice is. They don't even know what the definition of nice means. You see, the nicer you are to these people, right, the more they laugh in your fucking face, right? So you got to take a different approach. I've been trying to take the nice approach. You can attract more bees with honey than vinegar, right? You know the saying, you can attract more bees with honey than vinegar, right? Okay. Over the years, I've tried the same approach with these same people that obsess over my content and rebroadcast my content to their audience every day because my content entertains their audience more than their own content. That's how pathetic and miserable these people are. They don't get out and take a walk like me and do a live stream like this. They don't do the studio streams that I do. But by the way, I'll be doing a studio stream tomorrow. And it's going to be a comment stream. And it's going to be Reasonable Americans versus MAGA maniacs. Comment stream number 1. I've got I've got about 70 screenshots of comments to share with you folks regarding some communication on Facebook between reasonable Americans and MAGA maniacs. Because you are maniacs. You are. Right? So you try to be nice, right? The nicer you are, the more they laugh in your face. They say, oh, this is just the internet and this is how we play. Well, you're grown-ass people playing on the internet like little kids. I mean, what adults do that, right? What adults do that, right? And then you call them out, right? You call them out, and then they look into you. They do background checks, and they criticize your living situation, and they trash talk you, right? Okay? Like, I'll say it again. Like, my girlfriend and I, we share a family home with my mother. It's a big 3-story home, and we have our own separate in-law unit, right? And we split the bills evenly, right? But these motherfuckers, right? Let's just put it out there. These motherfuckers, I went away for 6 weeks. I came back. They started right back up because they cannot live without me, right? And people say, oh, Eli, don't fuel them. This, that. No. It doesn't matter. Here's the thing. I'm not even fueling them. Right? They're going to do this no matter what. This is the point of the stream here, that it doesn't matter what I do or don't do, right? This stream is about, will MAGAs ever stop doing dumb things? I wanted to label it dumb shit, but that would get me demonetized on the title, right? So we got to say, will MAGAs ever stop doing dumb things? Or is that all they've got? That's why I said, is that all they've got? Because this is all they've got. I'm all they've got, right? You may be all they've got, right? They target people. Just like President Trump and J.D. Vance targeted Vladimir Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, the other day. They planned that. They ambushed him in the Oval Office. They ambushed him. Just like these motherfuckers out here on YouTube. A lot of these creators that rebroadcast me and trash me as their content to their pathetic, miserable audience of other MAGAs that are woo, right? Okay? A lot of them in the past got me on their live stream panels. And they basically kissed my ass. They basically, pretended to be nice. And, hey, we're going to have a real interview. And we're going to get to know you. And we're not going to attack you. But then you go on there and they flip the script on you, right? You go on there and they flip the script on you. And again, if you're wondering why I'm talking about these mofos on YouTube right now, it's because there's an exact comparison between how Trump and Vance are treating everyone else, just like these people treat other people, right? It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. You will always get hate with politics or religion. With these people, it goes beyond that. With these people, the reason why they can't get enough of me and they rebroadcast me as their content and as their basically as their most major money making source, right? It's because I am more polarizing than they are. These people are boring as fuck, right? I bring life into their show, right? And I'm not saying that to say I'm full of myself or anything. I'm putting that out there because I really want to share with people, the current, what's the best way to put it? The current society we're living in, that's the best way to put it. The current society we're living in is just messed up because of these people, because of Trump his administration, and these people like I've been dealing with on YouTube. And it's not just the people I've dealt with. There are many others like them that do similar things all over YouTube. There are similar people doing similar things on Rumble, on Facebook, and everywhere, right? Because these people before Trump got into government and became president for the first time 8 years ago, these people had no voice. At least they felt like they had no voice. Well, they've always had a voice. It's just that no one wanted to hear their stupid shit. No one cared about their stupid shit until Trump started to amplify all the stupid shit. And then what happened? All these people came out on the internet and they all found each other, and they've created the largest active audience on the internet that's being exploited by any and every content creator possible. And not just people that are truly conservative or MAGA supporters, but even people that are not MAGAs or Trump supporters or conservatives. There are a lot of, I've said this before, I'll say it again, there are a lot of liberals on the YouTube platform here that switched their content to being conservative, and they're claiming to be conservative, which they're not. They're fake conservatives because it's more profitable for them to run their channels as a conservative channel because it's easier to sway these people and manipulate them and get them to donate or get them to buy anything and everything under the sun. This right-winged internet market is one of the biggest markets on the internet right now. But see, what a lot of you MAGAs don't even understand, like let's take Trump, for example. Trump doesn't give a shit about anyone that voted for him, right? He sucks you in, right? And what does he do while he dismantles our government and killing programs like Medicaid and food stamps for the poor and the needy? The guy lacks empathy, right? And even you people that voted for him know this. It's clear as night and day. It's clear as night and day, right? Yet you still support him. Yet then we question you, do you have fucking empathy? And you say, yes, we have empathy. You don't have empathy, Eli. You're a piece of shit, right? No, you're a piece of shit because you're still supporting Trump that lacks empathy, taking away Medicaid and food stamps for the needy people. And here's the thing. Here's what's even more damning. What these stupid fucking people out here that have been rebroadcasting me for years, right, is that these people are in the Midwest and the South, most of them. They're in the most red states. And in the majority of those states, that's where most of the poor that are on Medicaid and need food stamps are. So in essence, you're supporting Trump fucking over your own people. That's how fucking dumb you are. That's why us liberals, I'm slight left, more down the middle, but yes, I'm slight left. And I'll say that's why us progressives and liberals call you folks dumb. Because you just cannot see something clear in front of your face. I could put up the screen here and put 2 + 2 = 4, and you'll say, no, it equals 5. Right? That's the truth of the matter. Right? So Trump has this email list that he's gotten these people on. I watch a podcast, and they're primarily on YouTube, called the Midas Touch Network. #1 podcast in the world now. They surpassed Joe Rogan. And I'll talk more about that on the show tomorrow that I do from the studio, sometime tomorrow, late morning or early afternoon. It'll be here on YouTube, but on the main channel, GNA, Genuine Personal Development, links below in the description. And it'll also be simulcasted on Facebook. But on Facebook, it'll only be simulcasted to my friends only. For right now, I'm still keeping things friends only over there right now for the most part. Food stamps? Never heard of that before. Do you mean government benefits? Yes, those are government benefits. Yes. So it's called government support. Okay. So food stamps are basically the government gives you a certain amount of money every month. If you're poor and you can't afford food, you get a certain amount. Now, the reason why they're called food stamps is because they actually used to be stamps, but now everything is digital, and which is great because it's much easier to receive benefits from the government in digital form. It's called EBT here, electronic benefits transfer. So EBT, again, electronic benefits transfer. So you have a card. If you qualify for $900 a month every month on the first or whenever, you get a certain amount. I've never been on food stamps or known of anyone who's been on it, but I just know how the system works. Because I know people that have been on unemployment and all that, and it works similarly. You get paid, every couple of weeks or every month, depending on the program. And it comes in the form of a debit card. So again, they call it EBT, electronic benefits transfer, but it's basically always been known as food stamps. Same thing. There just aren't physical stamps that you go to the check stand anymore. It goes right through the system like you're paying with a debit card, which is great. It's a great system. But those are necessary programs for the poor and the needy. And the Trump supporters, right? This is the funny thing, right? Anyone that still supports Trump, I don't even know what to tell you anymore, because more and more people are starting to turn on Trump. Again, the people affected the most by Medicaid being cut and food stamps being cut are the people that voted for him in the Midwest and the South, those red states. Okay? But even some of those people are still out flexing their muscles for Trump, calling us liberals, libtards, liberal sacks of shit. You don't know what you're talking about, right? Blah, 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 blah. Whatever, right? Give me a second here. But it's funny because the people of those states now are going to town hall meetings and they're booing Trump and they're booing the Republican Congress people that are running those town hall meetings. I mean, you are literally seeing Trump being booed everywhere. So even people in the deepest red states, more red than you've ever seen, right? These are extremely conservative states and parts of the state. Okay? And parts of any of the states in the Midwest and the South, right? And I'm not saying these people are extremists. This is just a predominant area of red, meaning conservatives. And they're not happy. They're booing Trump. Trump's own people are starting to boo him, right? And then Trump decides to go golfing again, right? How much money has Trump spent going golfing and then the Super Bowl thing and then the other stuff that he's done just to show off and get attention, right? It's the same thing these people do on YouTube. They're literally following the Trump playbook, right? These people follow the Trump playbook, and these people bask in Trump's glory because Trump and these people cannot make money any other way. Like these people here that rebroadcast me, and I'm not upset. I don't watch it. There's a few people that I'm close to that made community postings, and they didn't mention the names, but they said, "Oh, you folks are talking about Eli again, and you have nothing else to talk about." And at least Eli talks about things outside of drama. I do. I don't create drama. I may call out the stupid shit drama and, use logic and reasoning and compare it to what's happening in our world right now, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm not feeding into drama. I'm basically making a comparison and sharing with people why these people do what they do, right? Because initially, when they started doing what they did to me, just like what Trump and Vance did to Zelensky, right? When they started doing this to me on YouTube 5-6 years ago, the first year wasn't that bad, but because I've been doing this for 7 years. But after the first year, these people started to use large portions of my content, rebroadcast my live streams, right? Create a hate group specifically for my streams, and these people, donate money to any of these creators that rebroadcast my content and trash talk me, right? So again, look at that. I mentioned that because it's the same thing as what Trump is doing. These people are following the Trump playbook. And it's fascinating for me to make this comparison, right? And, from time to time, if I want to come out here and call out their piss poor behavior, and if they want to trash talk myself or my girlfriend or my family like they used to, no one's paying attention to you. We're not paying attention to you, right? And these are the same people in the past. They've taken things into real life. They've called the police, done wellness checks on myself and my girlfriend Dawn, unwarranted, right? Not once, but twice have they done that, right? Right? A lot of these people have done other things I'm not going to get into. They know what they are, right? And I spent a good part of the last 2 years defending myself against the stupid shit these people have done to protect my business, my brand, and my family and my girlfriend, which is also part of my family. These people make a lot of fucking noise. These people, like some of these people even sued me over stupid shit, right? And let's compare it to what's going on with Trump right now. Trump is doing things that's getting him sued. But he's doing it on purpose. He wants to get sued. You know why? Because whether he wins or not, the spotlight is still on him, and he'll capitalize on the back end. What is the back end? His website. Melas, who is one of the main people on the Midas Touch network, #1 podcast in the world right now, more left-leaning progressive content. He goes, I've subscribed to Donald Trump's email, so you don't have to. Let me read today's email. Ben, we're in a time of crisis in our country right now, and we want you to step up and be a U.S. ambassador. We need you to become an ambassador today, Ben, because without you, we can't make America great again. So click the link below and become a U.S. Trump ambassador today, right? You click that link, and what does it say? Donate $39.95 to become the ambassador or whatever, right? So you got this motherfucker Trump who's grifting right off the back end. So you got to understand. I understand what Trump is doing because I've seen these motherfuckers on YouTube do the same shit, right? It's the same thing, right? What they'll do is they will do very damning things like file frivolous lawsuits on you, and that way it creates a back and forth, or it gets their audience engaged saying, ooh, Eli broke the law and this and that, and ooh, you're going to get Eli. And what happens? It gives them endless content, whether you feed into it or not, right? And then what happens? They capitalize on the back end, meaning they get donations off of that, right? Because this group of very messed up, mentally ill MAGA'S that are supporting these content creators, they have very serious mental and emotional issues. They don't love themselves, right? They have no self-love, no self-respect, right? So they go to these channels, and they're all the same. And when you put a bunch of mentally fucking ill people in the same group, you've got like chaos galore. You've got like a volcano ready to erupt, right? It makes, and all of them as individuals are unreasonable, right? As a group, you put 50, 100 of these people together as a group, unreasonable, right? It's like a volcano exploding, right? Right? And the last thing these people want is what Trump also doesn't want. And what makes Trump react is they don't want to be called out. President Zelensky from Ukraine, all he did was stand up to Trump in a respectful way. Trump was trying to say, you should be, friends with Putin or whatever, right? You should try to make peace with Putin. And all Zelensky said is Putin's not a good guy. He's not a good guy. He's a piece of shit. Putin's a piece of shit. Right? That's all. Right? I know J.D. Vance no, it wasn't J.D. Vance that told him he should have worn a suit. It was Marjorie Taylor Greene's boyfriend, who I guess I found out is with the press. Marjorie Taylor Greene, that woman is psychopathic too. Like some of these women that get into, some of these people in general that get into Congress, like Marjorie Taylor Greene, man, like the slightest little thing triggers her, right? She's just like these people on YouTube. Like she's just a hardcore right-wing extremist that is no good for our government, right? She's all talk and all show. She gets triggered so easily. And then her boyfriend, doesn't surprise me, like attracts like, right? So if you're going to date someone, Marjorie, you're going to date someone that's just like you, a piece of shit, right? That's going to come and say, hey, Zelensky, do you ever wear a suit? It's like these people out here on YouTube. These people sit here on YouTube. These people, they attack your character instead of debate you on the topic. That's how fucking brainless and spineless these people are. So when they can't respond to, the topic at hand, they attack your character, right? They try to character assassinate you. Right? They make fun of how you look. They make fun of how you speak. And you know what? At times I've done that too, but only after they've done it because these people don't stop, right? A lot of these creators, swooped up a former audience of mine that I removed from my channel because these people were very rude and obnoxious, and they just weren't good to have in my live stream chats, right? And some of these people are technically disabled, right? And all these disabled people that are following and supporting these people that they really don't give a shit about. They don't give a shit about these disabled people. All they care about is weaponizing these disabled people to come at me, right? And then try to paint me as a disabled hater. That's what these fucking MAGAs do. It's the same thing, right? They try to flip how they're actually treating these people and flip it on me. Yet these disabled people, per se, that are supporting on their channels, right? They're supporting the hate of me and others, right? And these disabled people are attacking me, calling me names. So guess what? If they're going to call me names, if they're going to mock me, then I'm going to mock them. Is it nice? No. Is it professional? No. But if you're gonna do stupid shit on the internet, especially these MAGAs that do these stupid things, right, and try to weaponize people and then try to flip what actually is happening from them onto you, right, saying you're the problem, not them. They're the antagonizers. They're the ones that are weaponizing these disabled people, right, as their content. They're using them and say, oh, look how Eli's treating you because you're disabled. You know why they're doing that, you stupid fucks that are falling for this? Is because they know you're vulnerable and gullible and you'll believe them, and that'll keep you around longer. And the longer they keep you around, leading you to believe that, the more they're going to weaponize you as content and make money off you, along with making money off of me, which I don't give a shit. If they want to make money off of me, whatever. I'm doing my own thing. I'm flipping things around and using them for content and using them for great examples. And I really don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't. Right? I just don't care anymore. I don't. Because you got to tackle these people head on. You got to tackle these issues head on. Even though you don't want to, even though you want to be the better person, even though you want to be really nice, being nice with these people is counterproductive. Being nice with these people is counterproductive. You hear me? Right? Do I enjoy calling these people out? Do I get off on it? No. No, I don't. I don't even know what that is. There's some loud music playing somewhere here, but it's okay. We're on lap number 2 already. This is good. I don't enjoy it. I do it because I feel like I don't have any other choice. I will not survive on the internet or grow my business or make any money that I deserve to make and I deserve to grow. I won't if I don't tackle this head on. I have learned that I've got to stand up more for myself and other people. Here's the thing. Some people, even some of my own people, may get offended. And I've gotten to the point of where, listen, you know, I'm a free agent. I'm independent out here. Now, I'm not a free agent when it comes to my love life. I've got my girlfriend. When I say I'm a free agent, the truth of the matter is this, is that there are many people that I love and support, and I'll always have their back. But besides myself, my family, my girlfriend, when it comes to loyalty, I gotta be loyal to them and loyal to myself. And it's not that, you know, I don't want to be considerate to other people that have been supporting us for a while, or, you know, that are actually supporting us, that are not in alignment with some of the content I create. Well, I don't know what to tell you, because I would love to do things a different way. I would love to do things the way that some of the people that disagree with some of my content say I should be doing it instead, right? I would love to do it that way, but it doesn't work. It's not going to move the needle forward. Oh, Eli, are you just not being yourself? No, I'm being myself because I don't have a problem calling anyone out, and I don't have a problem getting in people's faces. I would prefer not to, but if I have to do it, I will. And when I have to do it, I do it good, and I hit hard. Now, a lot of these people, right? A lot of these people, for example, the ones that have been using my content all this time, right? Rebroadcasting my live streams every day, yada, 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 right? A lot of these people, they, give me a second, sorry. When you try to call them out, or when you try to take action on them, right? When you try to take action on them, like get their channel shut down and stuff like that, copyright and all that shit, right? These people get very, very triggered, right? They work just like Trump, right? So you put a copyright strike on them, and they say, hey, they email you and they say, hey, if you don't remove this copyright strike, I'm going to expose the video of where you used the N-word 5 years ago, Eli, by mistake. Yeah, I did. I made a mistake. I used the N-word by mistake 5 years ago. And the person I said it to wasn't even black. It was a Hispanic dude. It still doesn't make it right. But that's what these people do. These people are already doing unethical shit at the least, right? I think it's more than unethical, but let's just say unethical to be on the safe side, right? They're doing at least unethical things. You call them out on it. You try to stop them by protecting your content, and then they threaten to harm you because you're trying to protect your own content, right? They're already harming you, and when you try to stop the harm, they're not good, decent, reasonable people. They threaten to harm you more if you don't allow them to keep harming you at the initial level they've been harming you at. That's how dumb these people are. And maybe some of them aren't even dumb. They just don't have anything to offer this world or the internet besides dumb content attacking other people. And then when those people try to protect themselves and take action, they threaten you, remove that, take away that action that's affecting my channel, or I will expose you on this, expose you on that, I'll put this and that out. And a lot of the stuff that they put out is stuff that either happened a long time ago, it's already been discussed many times by myself and other people, it's been played out, right? Or it simply isn't true, right? That's how these people are. That's how they've always been, and they've never changed. And this is why I've been so active about what Trump has been doing. It's because Trump and his administration is acting exactly the same way as these creators that have been abusive towards myself and my content for the last 6 years. I've been doing this 7 years. The first year wasn't really that bad, but after year number 1, that's when they started to really do the dumb shit, right? I'm still a little bit cold. It's probably like 47, 48 degrees right now. One more lap to go. These are the types of people, I see them, most of the time they don't go on camera. They're ashamed to show their face. They're ashamed of how overweight and how nasty they are. They're ashamed, of what they're wearing. They're ashamed of the background in their house or whatever, right? This is the funny thing. They're ashamed to show themselves, but they can run their mouth on these StreamYard live stream audio only panels, right? And they'll sit there and trash talk you and your girlfriend and your family, and they'll cosmetically trash you when they won't even show their fucking face most of the time. When they do, you're like, what the fuck? They're trashing our looks? Have they looked in the mirror? Right? Yet, their audience knows they're nasty and unattractive and worse looking than the people they're trashing, including myself, right? But you know why the audience supports them? Because the audience will go anywhere where someone they don't like is being trashed by any creator, right? So in the case of myself, right, in the case of me, when any one of these creators trash talks me, it doesn't matter how nasty they look. It doesn't matter if they're on camera or off camera. All that matters is that they're trashing me, they're rebroadcasting my stream. Because these people that don't like me actually are in love with me. They love my content. They love hearing what I have to say. You know why? Because I'm polarizing, and I'm what do you call it? I'm controversial. I'm polarizing. I'm interesting, and I'm not saying that to toot my own horn. That's the truth of the matter. If I was boring as fuck, these people wouldn't listen to me. They wouldn't, right? If I was boring, they would not listen to me. Do you understand? Right? So I believe these people hate me. I believe they hate me at a core. I think more so they hate themselves, right? You are right. They are jealous of you. Are you someone that knows the backstory? It's okay. I'm not going to ban you. It's all good. Are you someone that knows the backstory? Because the truth of the matter is, bro, if you're not interesting or polarizing or controversial or if you're boring as fuck, no one's going to listen to you. But when you are interesting, even people that don't like you listen to you and watch you, right? And the thing is, when these people that are boring as hell and got nothing, no one watches them for the most part unless they're rebroadcasting and talking about people like myself, right? I'm from the Krama community and here anonymously, so Jay doesn't attack me. Well, Jay can go fuck himself. I don't care about Jay. Jay is just a Trump supporter. He's just acting like Trump. And you know what? Just ignore Jay. I don't talk about Jay. Have you heard me talk about Jay? I know who Jay is. You know I know who Jay is. And Jay knows I know who he is. But I don't give a shit about Jay or anyone. Right? I don't hate Jay. I don't hate anyone. I just don't pay attention to them. Because he is a... See, these people, what they do is exactly what Trump and Vance did to Zelensky in the Oval Office the other day. They ambush you and then they intentionally antagonize you to get a reaction and trigger you so then they can use that as content, right? So how about not giving that reaction? Here's the thing. I'm not here, attacking them or anyone. I'm calling them out. I'm calling it as I see it. I'm comparing it to our current presidential administration. I'll get the camera back on me as soon as I get back to the lights. Third and final lap, folks. Third and final lap. See, here's the thing, man. I don't care what Jay does. I'm sure he's probably rebroadcasting me right now. I don't care. Because the more he does it, the more he feeds my ego, the more it tells me that I'm the interesting and polarizing one, and he's not. Right? Same with the other people that are doing it too, sometimes during the day and stuff, right? You see, I've got their attention whether I want it or not. But see, they don't have my attention. I don't pay attention to them anymore. I have them all blocked. But if I need to compare situations with other things outside of them, and they're a good comparison, then I'll use them as a good comparison. They're a good comparison. Listen, to the person from the Krama, the super fan, right? No one watches you because you're captivating or polarizing. They watch you for the cringe. You're like watching a train wreck. No, you're a fucking train wreck. You're watching me right now because I'm captivating and interesting to you. You want to sit here and talk? I'll let you talk. I won't ban you. But you want to come into my house and you want to say I'm cringe. Sir, whether I'm fucking cringe or not, you're here watching and so are they. And you guys are glued. You guys are glued to everything I do. So what's that saying? I don't give a fuck what you think about me. But you're interested in watching me, and you're interested enough to the point of where your main account is blocked, and you're making a fake sock account just to come in here and make me aware. I don't give a shit about you. I don't. But you give a shit about me because you came here and you spoke. Are you a moron, dude? No, I'm watching you laughing at the absolute moronic thought process. Well, sir, you're watching. You're watching. You're sitting on your ass at home. I'm out here in sub 50-degree weather, getting my exercise in and doing a show and talking with people and sharing good thoughts. And you're sitting on your ass at home trolling. It's Sunday night. It's Sunday night, and you're choosing to watch me. Okay? Love me, hate me, whatever. You're here watching me because you're curious about what I'm going to say next. Right? So what do you have to say about that? What are you going to do? Are you going to character attack me like these people have done? Okay, what are you going to do? Are you going to try to character assassinate me because you're being destroyed on the argument? Come on, let's go. So you admit you'd rather have hate watchers that produce than produce actual content, so this Trump talk is a grift? No, you're a moron with antagonistic words that don't antagonize me anymore. And you're somebody that I've banned in the past. Okay? Not everything people do is grifting. And right now, I'm talking about you and your shitty behavior of being here trolling as a grown-ass adult instead of spending time with your family on a Sunday night. And you're probably on the East Coast. It's probably close to 10 o'clock there. 10 p.m. on a Sunday night, the day of rest. And instead of you being there with your family or your girlfriend or boyfriend or husband or wife or kids or whatever, you're here trolling on YouTube. And you're invested in whatever I have to say, whether you like it or not, whether what I say is good, bad, or indifferent. You're here watching me, dude. I own you, right? I own all of you. And I'm not triggered. I'm at the point right now where I'm just calling it as I see it. Right? Get off your ass and go walk and do something more productive with your time than troll on YouTube. Give me a second here. Moron. These people don't like hearing the truth. They don't like being called out on the truth. Right? Right? You guys want to try to antagonize me? No, I'll antagonize the shit out of you. I'll take a page out of your book. I'll antagonize you and keep you coming back. Oh, what do you have to say now? So now you're attacking my character. Huh, pop me. I'm not attacking your character. I'm stating facts about your behavior. You see, a character assassination is when you say shit about someone that isn't true. What I'm saying about you are facts. I am talking about your piss poor shitty behavior. I'm not attacking your character, sir. I'm stating facts about your shitty, piss poor behavior. And if you can't comprehend that, if you're that illiterate and dumb, like many MAGAs are, then that's on you, dude. That's on you. I'd like to see you start a YouTube channel and walk around and do what I do. You don't know me, so you can't possibly speak. Yeah, because you're hiding in plain sight, dude. Because you're a troll. You're a grown-ass man probably in your 40s that's trolling on YouTube anonymously because you're a big fucking pussy and you have no spine. And because you're lonely and miserable. If you're not, sir, how about you flip on a camera and do a live stream and show us who you are, or come do something productive like a walk instead of trolling on YouTube? I'm just saying. That's all. You want to go one-on-one with me? You want to go toe-to-toe with me? It's whatever, dude. You're not going to out-debate me, ever. You will never out-debate me. Not on this stupid shit. You won't. You want to come at me with whatever. Whatever. I'll put you in your place. And if you can't handle what I'm saying, sir, then you can just leave. I'm letting you speak freely. I'm letting you speak freely. You're clearly showing everyone exactly what the topic of this show is. Now I gotta wait a second here because there's somebody walking their dog. They're walking in the same path I am. Give me a second here. Let's see what you said there. Because liberals argue feelings and conservatives argue facts. So you're right. I can't out-debate you. So you're telling me that you MAGA fake conservatives like yourself don't show emotion or feelings? Are you fucking kidding me? You folks fly off the fucking handle more than anyone else. Do you see how triggered Donald Trump got when Zelensky was standing up to Trump's bullshit? Trump's trying to get Zelensky to call Putin a good guy. Trump's trying to lead everyone to believe that Ukraine started the war against Russia when we all know Russia started the war. Now Donald Trump's brainwashed most people, in government that are on the right to basically agree with Trump regarding that, Russia didn't start the war, which is not true. Misinformation, disinformation. They're agreeing with Trump because they don't want to trigger Trump, because Trump lacks severe emotional self-control. Trump is really mentally ill. He is. He's got some kind of mental illness, right? And then you MAGAs want to come out and say, "Oh, yeah, you liberals have TDS, Trump derangement syndrome." That's the biggest laugh on the face of this planet, right? See, you're the ones that have Trump derangement syndrome. You're deranged because you're allowing this deranged man to brainwash you. You're drinking the Kool-Aid. And just going along with anything he says because no one else has ever paid attention to you. No one else has cared to pay attention to you because of the way you've always been. We show feeling, we argue facts, and your rant just proved my point. F.Y. Zelensky stated that argument, and a real man finished it. Well, if you say so, dude, whatever. Whatever, dude. If you haven't noticed that the stock market is severely down since Trump's been in office, gas prices have gone up, food and other essentials have gone up, okay? Inflation has gone up, right? The government's being dismantled, right? And you're not concerned about our government being dismantled. All you're saying is, oh, Trump and Musk with Doge, Department of Government Efficiency, is finding all of the fraud and waste of federal spending, right? When all of the things they cut affect all of us, and our country is in danger, and we have nearly 100 million people that are dying of starvation or because they can't get medical attention anymore because Medicaid's been cut, food stamps have been cut. Dude, are you dumb? Honestly, dude, you are dumb. Either you're dumb or you're so insecure and you just can't stand any reasonable, decent person like most liberals and moderates and progressives are, that you just got to go attack the other side to make yourself feel better. I mean, dude, honestly, what you say makes no sense. What you say makes no sense. And if you can't see what's clearly happening and how it's going to affect all of us, including you, right? Like, honestly, sir, what do you think about Medicaid being cut and food stamps being cut to create 4.5 trillion in tax cuts, which the rich like Trump and Musk are going to benefit from the most? Do you think that's fair, sir? Why don't you talk with me about that? Why don't you spew your bullshit response to try to say something different than what's actually happening, dude? It's not me saying it. I physically watched the entire exchange, and that's what happened. I support helping disabled and elderly, but if you're able to work, then work or starve. Dude, that goes without saying, you moron. These people are on disability because they absolutely can't work. Or they can only work in a limited capacity and only make a certain amount of money, which is below the threshold where they can still qualify for SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance, right, or other government assistance. Now, that's a reasonable response, dude. See, I can be kind even to a conservative, a MAGA, when you're making reasonable sense. I saw the whole thing too, bro. We all did. We all saw the ambush in the Oval Office on Friday. We all saw that. It was despicable. It was absolutely despicable, unprofessional, and it was not the way you said it was. Do you think liberals and moderates want people that are able to work a full-time job to get benefits, to play the system? This is not about people playing the system. This is about people that legitimately are dependent on these benefits because they have no other choice. That's what you're not understanding. Eli, what is your opinion of Zelensky? I think Zelensky is a phenomenal president. He's standing up for his country. He's a good person. He's gone out there and worn military apparel. The U.S. chastised Zelensky for wearing military apparel to basically show his country that not only is he the president, he is a citizen, and he's there to help with the fight. Like, Donald Trump would never wear a military outfit or uniform. I think Zelensky is a good person. I think he's busted his ass. I honestly also think he's worn the fuck out. It's been years. You'd be worn the fuck out too. What's your source for disability funds being cut? Because the White House has said no personal funding will be cut, government waste will be cut. Well, SSDI and SSI, Social Security Insurance and Social Security Disability Insurance, they have not been cut, at least not yet. You're right about that. But what I'm talking about is Medicare and food stamps. Okay? As part of what Congress passed last week, where they basically approved 4.5 million to be cut. I'm sorry, 4.5 trillion to be cut. 4.5 trillion to be cut. Where do you think it's going to come from? Where do you think it's going to come from? Come on, man. It has to be cut from somewhere. Do you not think that Biden or other presidents, whether they were on the left or right, would have already cut unnecessary stuff if there was unnecessary stuff? Now they want to destroy U.S. aid. They want to destroy U.S. aid that does good work to keep foreign relations good with our allies that we're going to need one day. Like, Trump is thinking about the now, he's not thinking about the future, right? He's thinking about the now, he's thinking about how he can capitalize this last term that he'll ever be able to run. He'll never change the Constitution to be able to run indefinitely. He's trying to leverage it and profit off of it and set things up for him and the other oligarchs. The oligarchs are the rich people. Some people don't know what oligarchy is, but Trump, Musk, Bezos, Zuckerberg, and more, the billionaires, the oligarchs. Biden couldn't even speak. Come on. Biden did fine. Biden did fine. Don't be rude about that, because let me tell you something. If you stupid fucks out here are going to trash me for making fun of disabled people like a speech impediment when these same disabled people have attacked me, if you're going to make fun of Biden and say he can't speak, you're no better. I mean, seriously. People on benefits vote for the party who will give them the most. Of course. Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Even with the maximum amount of benefits that people are receiving on these programs, that's in many or most cases, that's barely enough to survive, or even not enough. With inflation continuing to go up because of these threats of tariffs and just Trump being a bully, you know, Trump being a bully, being a dictator, you know, running the country as an authoritarian instead of a democracy, you know. Democracy is just gone. It's gone down the toilet. Just gone down the toilet. Unfortunately, the Democratic power brokers wanted a puppet. No. Why would you say they wanted a puppet? That's just your right-winged opinion, right? That's just right-wing propaganda, in my opinion. That's what a lot of you right-wingers say, is that, oh, you know, we just want a puppet. with strings that can be controlled, right? That's not true, man. That's not true, man. You've got people that voted for Trump that are going to town hall meetings with Republican Congress people running them in the red states of the Midwest and the South, some of the most red states and red areas within those states on the planet. And these people, they're hardcore Republican. They hear Trump and they're booing him. What do you have to say about Trump being booed? Let's be real here. Can you be reasonable? That person's a DoorDash driver. I know it. I see the bag. I used to drive for them for a few months back in those days. I haven't ordered DoorDash or Uber Eats delivery in ages. I go pick up my own food, much cheaper, right? And some places that allow you to tip for takeout food, all you have to do is tip 10% instead of 20% for the delivery, plus the extra fees and all that. It's just insane. I can't believe DoorDash and Uber are still in business during these, hard economic times that are starting up again right now. It's a current news story, and I watched the interview. The press secretary for his wife admitted he had mental decline from the very start. They should have let Bernie have a fair shot in 2016. I think Biden did fine. Yes, his health started to decline a little bit. He still did good, and he had a lot of support. And together, as a team within the administration, they did a great job. They did the best they could. They did a lot of great things. And the economy in 2024 was far greater than it started off in 2025. Before Trump came in, yes, things had gone up a little bit, but they've tremendously increased in the last 45 plus days. And these MAGAs want to argue the fact that, gas prices haven't gone up and inflation hasn't gone up, and where the fuck have you been? Or are you just pre-programmed to say the opposite of what any liberal or progressive says, right? Is that what it is? I don't have a problem talking with any of you, as long as we can have a reasonable conversation. Can we be reasonable is the question, right? Can we be reasonable? That's the question. All right, good show. It's a very, very good show. Tomorrow, from the studio, it's going to be late morning, early afternoon, probably late morning on the West Coast, early afternoon on the East Coast. Okay? On the main channel, G&A, Genuine Personal Development. Going to be doing a show called Reasonable Americans versus MAGA Maniacs. Comment show number 1. I've got about 70 screenshots of comments from Facebook postings where you will see left and right talking things out, and just you'll see the ridiculousness by these MAGAs and how myself and some others on the left or down the middle. Even a friend of mine, Shane, who used to be a conservative, switched to being a liberal because he just couldn't stand all the fake propaganda that the right wingers started to spew 7 to 10 years ago. I'm confused as to why egg prices are a point of contention. I didn't even look at grocery prices. I just buy food. Well, you must be rich as hell then, dude, and money must not matter to you. Maybe you're an oligarch. But to most people, the prices do matter because we're not rich and we're on a budget. And, we got to stretch our dollar as far as we can. As far as egg prices go, a lot of that is the bird flu. And that's not Trump's fault. But if Trump wanted to do something, Trump could have subsidized the price of eggs and said, okay, we're going to send out coupons for Americans to, buy eggs. Maybe he sends out debit cards and says, you can only buy eggs with this, and here's $100 to everyone to offset the cost of eggs, right? Because eggs right now, they're $10 to $15 a dozen. Okay, I mean, he can offset the price for 10 packs of eggs with $100, right? He could be doing something like that, and $100, for each household in the U.S. I mean, it would cost a little money, but I bet you it would stimulate more spending, and it would actually make people more happy and positive to go out there and spend again. I just work a regular job like most people do. My insurance is insane, so that could be better. Okay, well, insurance right now, that's why I don't sell insurance anymore. Insurance right now, especially here in California where I live, is astronomically high. Auto insurance is up 20%. Homeowners insurance is up 20%. It's just crazy. A lot of carriers have canceled or non-renewed homeowners policies because of, the what do you call it? The fires are wiping out insurance companies like the Palisades fire and all that. Designated brush zones, fire zones. There have been a lot of fires in California lately, and yeah, it's going to wipe out insurance companies, and rates are going to go up because of that, and everyone pays the price because of that. And yeah, I believe insurance prices. I'm licensed only in California, and I don't sell anymore, but I'm still licensed. I could always fall back on it if I need to, but I believe the prices for insurance have gone up everywhere. It's not good. That's not Trump's fault. It's not. I'm not blaming Trump for that. I'm not blaming Trump for the eggs. What I am blaming him for is that he's investing his time, being a fucking troll on the internet, instead of being a nice, empathetic person to our allies like Ukraine and Canada and Mexico, right? He's a real dick to all of them, and he's flexing his power, saying America's the best, and we've supported everyone, and it's time to take back what's ours and make America great again, and all that. And the reason why America is great, fucking Donald, is because of all the shit we do for our allies. That's what makes us great. That's what makes us great. Our empathy makes us great. You're destroying that. Why were conservatives complaining about grocery prices the last 4 years, and they suddenly stopped complaining 1 month ago? Because they're brainwashed by Trump. Groceries were cheaper last year and previous years than they are now. Dude, the prices right now have gone up. They were cheaper in the previous administration. Okay, they might have gone up for a little bit during the COVID times, but what happened? Biden put out a stimulus for all that, right? And then these MAGAs are complaining about that stimulus affected our deficit. That stimulus kept the economy from severely crashing and going into recession. That's how dumb these MAGAs are. They're dumb. But he said day one prices would come down. Right, exactly. That's a great reminder. Day one, Trump said, on my first day in office, if you vote for me, I'm going to reduce grocery prices, about groceries. I'm going to reduce grocery prices, and I'm also going to end the war in Ukraine. And here we are, 45 days later, hasn't done that. And now, this is how demented Trump and his supporters are. Now they're saying, well, he's only been in office for like less than 2 months. You got to give him time to fix it. That's fine. We would understand that if he didn't say on day one he's going to fix this shit, which is why people voted for him. He tricked people into voting for him. As a conservative, I've never complained about grocery prices. That's such a minimal amount of my budget. Bro, listen. It's not that I can't afford groceries, even at inflated prices. I can. But it's going to affect me from being able to do other things, right? And who would want to pay more than they should have to pay, right? It's not about that. It's about Trump making promises that he's going to fix this on day one. Like the other person just said, what is this, Boomtown? Just said. And then not doing anything about it. I also think greed is more of a reason for high prices than inflation. Well, yes, that is true. He hasn't even mentioned groceries for 40 days. That's right. That's right. Are you more liberal, progressive, or are you just out here stating facts and you're on the right? I don't care which party you are. You're being reasonable on that. He has not mentioned it. You know why he's not mentioning it? Because he knows he made a promise he was never going to keep. Right? Lean left. Okay, no, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, I lean left too. I'm more down the middle. Listen, I mean, I agree with you on that. And look, if Trump does something right, even though I'm not a big Trump fan, I never have been. I don't like the guy. But if he does something right, right is right and wrong is wrong. This is what I'm trying to get through to the conservatives, the MAGAs. This is not a fight between left and right. This is about what's true and what's not true. This is about what's actually happening compared to what Trump is actually saying. I'm going to wrap up by saying this, and I'll be back tomorrow. You guys are going to want to watch this show, guys and gals, tomorrow on the main channel. If you haven't subscribed to the main channel, go below in the description. GNA, Genuine Personal Development. I'm going to be doing a live stream from the studio. It's going to be a couple hours long. We're going to be going over comments from my Facebook that are not publicly available, but we're going to show them publicly tomorrow. We're going to redact the names. Well, the last names at least. We're going to redact those because we have some crazies on YouTube that, when they can't defeat me with logic and reasoning on the topic, they try to attack everything I care for because they're that pathetic and miserable. But tomorrow, late morning, early afternoon, last comment. He also said he would end the war in Russia, or you mean Ukraine? Yeah. He wants those accolades, and Zelensky is pissing him off for not being a pushover. Right. Zelensky standing up to the big bad bully Trump. You're right about that. Exposing Trump supporters, good idea. Well, this is not about exposing Trump supporters. This is about stating facts and truth. Okay? This is about logic and reasoning and what's factual and truthful. Okay? I'm not out to bash anyone. I don't necessarily hate anyone. But the truth is the truth and lies are lies. It doesn't matter where the truth or the lies come from. Truth and lies are not based on your political party choice. They're based on how the individual perceives the situation. And the way some people perceive a situation is not how it's actually happening. That's the problem. Facts suck sometimes. You're right. You're right. Facts do suck sometimes, but it is what it is. But I got to go. See you all tomorrow. Have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other. See you all tomorrow. Good night, everyone.